You got the boys with the toys in the basement making noise?
Hello and welcome to Andy's Little Sci-Fi Horror Show. My name is Andy. It's my little 10-minute window to the rest of the world. And it's 4:45 in the morning on Saturday, September 2nd. This is the beginning of the long Labor Day weekend, also known as the first Halloween weekend. Ken's gonna come over this weekend, and I might see Drew this weekend. But this is the weekend where a lot of Halloweening's gonna happen. But in the midst of all that, Ken and I are doing another 3D print project, and this one is particularly one I'm really excited about. Over this past night, from the 1st to the 2nd of September, we did a print, this last piece of the print of something I've always wanted ever since I was a child, and that is a model toy, replica, whatever, of a glaive. From Krull. One of those gem of a movie that just for the big part of my childhood. Krull is one of those films that came out in the mid-80s during the whole inflection of Dungeons and Dragons. It was like right after Star Wars was there in the late 70s to the 80s and always stayed there. But there was an influx of fantasy films, some low budget, some big budget, like Krull and Legend, which is another huge one that had, you know, Tom Cruise, what's her face, and Tim Curry as the Darkness. I am Darkness. And another film from that time is Beastmaster. Some who out there who know that film are like, awesome. Many of you out there be like, what? But that's understandable because this particular genre, even at the time, had a specific fan base. Krull was another one of those. It was, I believe, it was a rejected Dungeons and Dragons script. It was one of those scenarios where they wanted to make a Dungeons and Dragons movie. It was getting shot down. It was just wasn't happening. So they had the budget and the money, so they went and made that movie. And it was a blend of futuristic and fantasy. And the number one weapon of the hero used to defeat the villain was the glaive. Yes. This is half of it. The other half of it right here just finished printing this morning. So this is going to be an episode, a build episode about that, and a heartfelt revisit to those days of those films. In the meantime, get some rest. I'll come back to you. We printed this piece out and this piece, and this is the other piece over here. I'm gonna put it all together and make it look amazing. This is the next day. This is Saturday. Just got a delivery from Prime. These are the gems and jewels that are gonna go on to the glaive, of which we printed the second half. There was a bit of a print issue on it. This is what it's supposed to look like. This is what this one came out looking like. But the glaive print is hollow, so we're gonna cut into that, and we're gonna glue the hell out of it all together anyways. It's not like these blades are retractable. So I'm not giving up on this one, even though it's faltered a little bit. It's totally fixable. Woohoo!
Wow, really? Most of these are completely useless.
It looks like these from here on.
These even big enough.
I think so. That hole's pretty small.
Where's the pieces?
Oh, they're here. Package within a package within a package. In a package in an envelope. Happy Labor Day. I'm gonna work on the model as I watch the movie.
This it was given me to know that many worlds have been enslaved by the beast.
Okay, anyway, I'm gonna start by getting rid of the ridge here on this and on the blades. Like, oh, the little blades. Because this has actually got a little tree on it, I want to say this, so that we could actually print the blades in one piece. So I'm going to smooth all of these blade edges out first with the plastic wood putty.
And that their son shall rule the galaxy.
I bet you he does. It smells like a workshop. Basically, literally gonna just go and just to get rid of those lines. It's gonna take a little while. Good advice. Good fighters make bad husbands. Remember that. Number 3. First side of the third blade. The marriage is usually the end of an adventure in these features, but this is the beginning. Dark and ominous things are happening outside the castle. Intergalactic wedding crashers. Okay, while that craziness is still going on the screen, I'm on number 4 here, of actually getting rid of the edge. Alright, we got 4 of one single-sided the blade. The blade's drying. Now, ironically, I'm going to take a real blade and clean up the edges of the glaive body, because there's some edges that have little marks and stuff. I'll take care of those first, and then we'll smooth out this. The old one has come down from the Granite Mountains. He lives in New Hampshire. Alright, edges are cleaned up. Now it's time to smooth it out. Kenneth arrives at the perfect time in the movie. Yes. This is the type of project that I really like, because it's one-sided. So, the texture paint fill will fall into place. Give it a little bit of that texture. Blades are drying pretty nicely. I'm gonna wait for them things to fully dry before I flip them over and do the other side. In the meantime, our adventurers have gathered all together, ready for their D&D style quest. A princess in peril. Our hero's journey. Okay, the blades are dry. I'm going to take them downstairs and put the first coat of primer on them.
As of right now, we have one complete one.
Yes.
And
For master half, yeah.
that's me put aside. I'm making a good top, and I'll make a good bottom.
Not bad, nice, looks good. The blades. It's a very impractical weapon if you think about it, because you have to throw it at a kind of a side weird angle, or you're gonna slice your own wrist when you chuck it. But it's enchanted and magical. I think it was on a pole though, it'd be like the weed whacker of doom. Dun 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 dun. You're right, you're other right. I want a room like that has spikes coming in inside. It'd just be fun. No. And like most D&D adventures, not everybody survives. Come to me. No, you're no longer worthy. Recycled ideas. The Wampa's gonna kill you now. These have been dehydrated for a while now. Hey, that feels good. Alright, time to make some magic. Alright, this is where a lot of the personalities are gonna start shining through with this glaive. I'm gonna go first a layer of copper. I just hit the centers with silver, just for an accent color. I know it's supposed to be a jewel, but I don't have a jewel that large. The accents will look the part. This will look nice. I'm excited. Ken has put together a prototype. This is a rough assemblage. Oh, it's so beautiful though. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna color the background of the center?
Jewels, and I may just 3D print another jewel to color to match whatever.
Okay. What are you going with? I mean,
I don't know. It's red, blue, or green, or even yellow.
This is the one I have. It's just generic paint. These will look cool. I'm glad we're getting multiples of these finally.
Yeah. What color do you think you're gonna do with the jewels?
I'm just gonna like go by what's on the trailer. I'm not gonna go by fan art. I'm just gonna see.
No.
The problem is finding high resolution trailers. It's actually kind of tricky. Ta-da! Paint job and the first blade in place. Yes, I realize this is more glue than I need to for a connection like this, but this particular one is a bit rough. Alright, the final piece to go on. Time to let this cure. I almost forgot to center the jewel on this side. That's kind of cool. And here we are, the final two end products. Ken with the bronze jewel in the center, and I did a similar paint job, and I have mine accented with the silver jewel. These things are pretty boss. And just to further prove the fact that Hollywood is watching the show and they're not showing up on our numbers, it has been announced that there is indeed a Krull remake in the works. So, you're welcome for the ideas, Hollywood. What can I say? Great minds think alike. And then there's Hollywood. On that note, my name's Andy. Good night.